And now that we have hypnotized all of YouTube and Twitch and Twitter, it's like they're all in a coma. We've all mesmerized them. Like I've been told that that spinning clock is like too much for some people. Like yeah,
Well,
yeah.
now
Is
they
that what
tell
was
us to
happening?
to
Oh,
our
okay.
command.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that? You were both talking. Like I didn't hear what either one of you said. Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, oh, so that's what was happening. I was being hypnotized. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just saying now we can control what everyone does.
Oh,
They
wouldn't
will
it be
obey us.
something? Yes. Oh, that is, you know what? That's something I always wanted to ask the two of you. Something really silly for I like asking just random questions for no for nothing, like for no reason at all. Uh, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
That's
Like
so hard. That
uh,
is so
would
hard.
would it be to hypnotize people to do whatever you want or get people to do whatever you want like the like the intro? I don't know.
Probably, I would say probably fly. So that's just like
Fly.
one thing that would, yeah, fly. So you could
Flying
just
would be
fly
really cool.
places. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of
I don't
driving.
know. I mean, I can
Wouldn't
already fly, so that's sort of out of it.
yeah, it
You
is true.
can. You don't give me
Um,
rides.
Come on, people in
and
the
I'm pretty
chat.
well
You're not also
invincible. I don't know.
I
I can
know you're
read people's
firebringer, you're pretty
minds.
tough. You can
I
read
mean,
people's
shit.
minds. Yeah. All
And
right,
do
chat. How about
do
you
something
guys?
that would make us money.
Yeah. I know what I would want. I would want to be able to teleport anywhere into
That's
like
another one, yeah.
to
That's
any
actually
place
good.
and actually also any time. Like I want a
Yeah.
Doctor Who this, and I don't want it all random like Doctor Who. Like I need control. I need to be like in
In
control.
control.
I want to go
Yeah.
like because that way you could go back and redo something, or you can go forward to find out something, or you can just like save airfare and be anywhere you want and not have to worry about a passport and ID and all that other stuff. And you can leave just as quickly. You know, just show up for like 2 hours and then leave. You know,
Yep.
yeah. So
That's what
I
I was
would
thinking of
like
flying. Like, if you can fly super fast, and you can like pretty much fly anywhere, but then teleporting is instant. So like, it's so hard to choose.
Okay, so chat. I don't see any superpowers listed. You guys don't want to have any superpowers? I mean, I know that's kind of like
Well,
something that my friends used to ask me when I was a kid and stuff like that. We used to always, and the teleporting thing is different than what it used to be. Because like Grace, when I was younger, I wanted to be invisible. Grace is, I want to be invisible, right? Because then I could like find stuff out. I could sneak in into my brother's conversations and find out what was going on, or I could get the answers to tests from my tutors, from being over their shoulder looking while they're working on something when they think I'm not in the room.
Well, now you could you could teleport there at night in the classroom and get all the information and teleport out.
Really, I could teleport back 3 days when the teacher was writing the test and get the
Yeah.
answers. Yeah, I could. And then I could teleport in the future to make sure it was the same, you know. And yeah, like yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Mousy says, I want to read minds and be super lucky. Okay. If you read minds, you wouldn't really need to be lucky, would you? You'd have all the information you need to accomplish just about anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, let's see, what can get you some money? I guess if you read minds, maybe then if you're playing like poker or something.
If I can teleport and timing is not an issue, then I already know the lottery numbers. So like I'm gold, man. I'll loan you all money. I'll send you all money. Yeah. I'll be winning all the time. Teleporting, remain invisible, psychic abilities. Hey, win the lottery. Exactly, all of it. What, you just won a lot there, Shill. What if you had to pick just one? Oh,
that's what I'm saying. You can't just pick one.
Exactly. I was going to say, Jin, all he needs is a grope. So, and he's an expert groper already. So,
he's where I'm needed, when I'm needed. I don't even have to worry about my sister. I always appears in my hand. There you go. You got it covered.
Exactly.
Long without being really big and staying light. Oh, you mean like that kind of fit? Yeah, that sounds like a good one. And also, welcome, Wrecker. Nice to see you. Tell me, how were the dumplings? Like, yeah, I don't know if you're done yet. We were watching another gaming thing on Twitch from Future Canoe, and we watch their cooking videos, and we started talking about dumplings. Yeah, Jin is right. He shows up at the right time. He does, and he's always very, very good at getting the chat all up to speed with gropes and feeling good about themselves. So I appreciate that. Hey, Janae, good to see you. She says, talk to animals. Yes,
that's a good one too.
Until you find out that they're just like saying shit like the birds are going, this is my tree, this is my tree, this is my tree, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. That would drive you just fucking mental all day, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
sorry.
That's good, Rec, about the dumplings, because that just means the filling and all is good. I mean, so then it was tasty filling and everything, because you're going with pre-made there. Don't talk to my fish. Oh, yeah, they would tell some stories, wouldn't they, Mousy? Yes. Janae, if you can talk to animals, just don't go anywhere near the fish and snails over there at Mouse's, because like
you'll discover a lot of crime.
They have some stories to tell, at least those that survived long enough to tell us.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, the ones in her bedroom probably have some stories to tell.
Oh, this is true, but this isn't mayhem, Mrs. C. Stop it. Stop
it. I'm sorry. She brought it to my mind, because she has them in her bedroom.
I know, but we lost 15 minutes on the 50th law to mayhem type innuendos that like it was so bad. I couldn't stop. Like I started cracking up. I just couldn't.
And
I just couldn't.
And that wasn't my fault for once.
No, it wasn't. It was well, no, you didn't keep it going. That's for sure. It definitely wasn't you keeping it
I
going.
was trying to behave.
You did a good job, I have to say. You really did. But yeah.
It
But
was
on that,
really hard.
I'm going to segue with the word behave there and ask people like, well, I got this big pink moon here on the backdrop on purpose because tonight here in America is the pink moon. Now in Australia and New Zealand, they had it already. And first of all, I don't want to disappoint anybody, but the pink moon wasn't pink. Just so you know, you didn't miss
I didn't
anything.
see it.
Yeah.
Was that supposed to be? Was that supposed to be last night?
It's
Or
tonight. It's
oh,
tonight.
tonight.
The fullest part of the moon is tonight for us.
It was
But
last night for me.
it was last night for Mippet, and I think it was the night before for Recker in Australia, over in the southern hemisphere there, you know. But
And the neon moon.
yeah, but I mean, I don't even know why they call it. I was curious. Well, if it's not pink, why are they calling it the pink moon? Did anybody have any guesses why they call it the pink moon? You know, not even a guess.
Someone put a pink filter on their telescope accidentally, so they thought, oh well, let's just call it a pink moon. That's my guess.
It's actually has more to do with springtime, you know, like even in Australia and New Zealand and everywhere, this time of year, the pink phlox that you guys all have is starting to bloom, and it's like a symbol of spring. And here in some areas of our country, we have the cherry blossoms, and in Japan, the cherry blossoms
I was
start
gonna
in
say the
April.
cherry blossoms. I think we stole from Japan.
Yeah, from Japan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The pink of it all. And it's supposed to
the
be like,
chakras.
yeah, it's supposed to be like, you know, pink renewal, like birth, rebirth, because spring is coming. We're coming out of winter and we're going into spring in most places. Like we're going into warmer weather. Now, that's not true for Mipit and New Zealand that I know of, but you are still, the phlox is actually blooming right now. So I don't know why it blooms at the end of summer coming into fall for you guys, but it does because they're going into fall while we're going into spring. So there you go. But so less hot, cooler, a lot of rain, right? And
no, not
cooler
here in
weather.
South Australia.
No.
It was 30-degree days, no rain. We're having we've had the driest. Last winter was a driest winter forever. Summer was our driest summer, even though we had when it rained here in Adelaide. But where all our farmers are down south, it didn't rain where our farmers needed it. So it's
no, that was true about last year because I know Record could attest to this. Mushroom season sucked last year because there wasn't enough damp. There wasn't enough. This period was too short. Record. I believe this is true. I wouldn't want to read people's minds either because there's stuff you just don't want to. That's a lot of junk to have in your head. Intrusive thoughts and nightmares. I have enough of that stuff. And that's the other thing I was going to say. From the full moon, I was like, do you actually think the full moon affects behavior? People are, unless you're a werewolf. Besides that, because they always say, oh, you always hear the saying, something crazy's going on. And they're like, what is it? A full moon? The bars and the public social event gathering areas and all. Everybody's like, oh, it gets crazy when it's a full moon. I hear that all the time. But to me, it's always that crazy. So I don't really see the difference. But do you guys believe that the full moon affects people and makes some people crazier? And if so, why? I want to know. I want to know what you got.
Well, last night, it would have been. It would have been maybe, we'll say 10 o'clock, just to be nice, maybe.
Well, the moon was out.
Might have been a little bit later, but we'll be kind. There was let's say a drugged out bitch. We called her name's Tammy. We'll call her Tammy, but that's her name. She's at fuckhead across the road, Andy. at his bedroom window,
Oh,
yelling at
no.
the top of her voice, some crap. I don't care because I wasn't listening. You know, I'm doing my thing in my house. You know, well, I'm like in bed, and he lived next door. They share a wall. My lovely Matty and his partner, she is pregnant at the moment. Right, so they get it all day, all night. They can hear everything that goes on in their house. So anyway, I hear Matt come out and he's just going, "Shut the fuck up. Will you just fuck off?"
So she's
then
yelling in somebody else's window
she's
outside, yelling at
right.
the top of it. Well, that's
This
definitely full moon
okay.
activity. And now
This
other
woman,
neighbors are
this
coming out and yelling at her.
this oh, there
Okay.
was me, and there was me. There was Matt and Brooke. There was Matt and Brooke's neighbours on the other side. They were out. There was my neighbour, the neighbour next to her, the neighbour next to him, like all four of my units. We were all out. The lady down on the corner was out, and we were just all telling her to fuck off, just fuck off home, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. We'd call the cops.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd
And
say
literally,
this.
finally, she fucked off home up the street. Like she lives at the way other end of the street. So it's like, yeah, fuck off, good. She's fucked off. And then we just fucking lost our shit at Andy. Because he's lying in bed going, "Ugh," and it's like,
Well, it's
no.
not
I
his
said,
fault. She's just outside
bullshit.
yelling.
No,
He
because
did
he's the
tell her
fucker
to
that
go
keeps
in.
letting her come back in. It's like, okay, this is a
Keep
typical
giving her this
day
stuff.
at Andy's place. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
someone's got drugs. So they come and knock on the door. "Oh, Andy, I've got some drugs." "Oh, great. Okay, you can come in because you're sharing them with me." "Oh, great. Okay. Andy, you owe me money." "Oh, well, no, I'm not letting you in." That's when windows and shit gets broken. But, you know, not all the time. Sometimes they fuck off. It just depends. Then we have, "Oh, can you let me in? You know, I need this or I need that." And, you know, whinge. Oh, fuck. Sometimes he gets that in. Tammy will get in. As long as there are other bitches there that Andy's having a fuck at the time. Anyway, she
Well,
goes
it
into
sounds
Oh,
like
goodness.
everybody involved was affected by the full moon.
Oh, yeah,
It sounds like
he is.
everybody.
So she obviously had been either chucked out through the day and gone home. She'd come back down for whatever the fuck reason. But she has in the past claimed to be she's his girlfriend. He's
So
her
then it is his
husband.
fault.
He's,
Okay.
you know, all
But he's
this
none of
crap,
these
and it's
things.
just like,
Did she just meet
oh,
him
look,
like
no,
a couple of weeks ago?
he's getting fucking evicted, man. We are complaining our craps off to get this fucker out of here. Oh,
Okay.
yes, no, we're all very upset. So yes, it's not usual that the whole street,
The
all
whole
of us
street is
from
fed up.
the
It
whole
does.
end of this street were out and gone for, you know, like
It does sound like
individuals will deal, but then we all let it go at Andy and the cops. Yeah,
the cops
Matt and
came too.
Brooke.
Yeah.
Oh, they would have ended up coming, and Matt and Brooke, because Matt and Brooke put in a report, and they would have done all that.
All right,
sort of
chat.
shit.
All right, chat. Here's the question.
So there you go.
Do you think any cop in that car said, "Oh my God, it's definitely a full moon"? Yeah, I do.
He probably did. They said, "Oh, here we go. Here goes Andy again."
Yeah, there we go.
Shenanigans.
It's like,
They wouldn't have. It had
absolutely.
nothing to with that house. The cops would have
Just
just
worse.
gone off fucking Andy
Yeah.
again. Fucking hell. Oh, we're
I
gonna
think
have. He was arrested 2 weeks. He gets taken away all the time.
just not
Many
long
people
enough,
from.
apparently.
Oh, look, there's people ducking bail, parole, fucking you name it. There's all sorts of people that go into that place. Ooh,
All right. So
yeah. It's so
apparently,
much fun.
Mousy. Well, I think that might have enhanced a little bit, but there's a lot going on there. I don't know if that was definitely the full moon. That was more like
But
coming
that
to
all
a head.
happened last night.
I think
Ooh,
the
that was last.
Yeah.
That was
stuff
just
they
last
were
night. They
using.
say.
Yeah, but thank you, because it really is like a full moon story. Mousy says she does think it affects you, especially if you're a Cancer. She's going by zodiac signs, you know, like You
Yeah.
think it has to be because of your zodiac sign? I mean, I think some people are susceptible. I mean, I've heard stories, and I'm not going to pull up surveys or all, but people who have problems um dealing with stuff always get affected by the moon, and I don't know why. I have no idea why. They do say that things get louder in the hospital. The emergency room just gets a little more popular for uh, uh, fights and accidents and things like that. And it's like commonly heard in the hospital a lot. Like if everything gets like goes to hell, and they're like, "Oh gosh, what is it? A full moon?" Well, definitely on the psych wards, like the cages started to get rattled a little bit. you know,
Could
well,
it
it's
could
just
it be that people are getting busted more because the moon's so bright that the cops can actually
yeah.
see what
Could
they're
it be a
fucking doing?
visibility? I was
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's because
So
like
bright.
if you decide to celebrate and dance naked under the moon and you get busted for it, well, it's not necessarily the moon's fault. That's all I gotta say. No, definitely. I was wondering if it had anything to do. It's brighter out. You can see more. People are out longer, like doing whatever, And the other thing about reading people's minds, like you know both Mousy and Wrecker are talking about that in the chat, and like I agree, there are some people's minds you don't want to read, because Wrecker's right, like they might be having all these thoughts, but they might not be their like actual thoughts. Like he said, you don't know if someone's being genuine or they're just having intrusive thoughts telling them that stabbing him would be funny. Like some people have intrusive thoughts like that, and you don't know
Yeah.
if it's a real thing or if it's a not thing. It's a thought, and there are just some things you just don't want to know. You know, like I definitely wouldn't want to be a mind reader to like have somebody telling me all this nice stuff to my face and then being able to read their mind and hear what they're really thinking. I don't know if I could
Oh,
contain myself. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I have the fortitude to keep it together enough.
No, I
Like,
would be
You'd need
yeah.
exposed. I can read
ability
minds.
you'd need the ability to be able to close it off when you have to. Do you know what I mean? To be
True.
able
Like
to
it
have a wall, to be able to shut that down and still be able to live your life
if
Yeah.
without
I
having
could have the
intrusive
dip in,
thoughts.
dip out option, where if I wanted to know,
You
I could go
too.
back and visit it with my teleporting stuff through, and go back and visit what they were really thinking, then yes, then that would be good. Or if I really want to know something, if I can't figure it out for myself and it's just important and I want to know something. But I also think that it's such a violation of privacy and boundaries that it just the idea of it makes me uncomfortable. Am I a wuss or what? Like I don't even want to use my superpower if it violates anybody's boundaries. Like, but
But
I think that's more
I was going to say,
self-preservation.
Mousie's put up. Mr. Mouse is a Virgo and he's super chill. I hate to tell you, Mousy, but my 9-year-old twins are Virgos and they're anything but super chill.
I would say I get along really well with Virgos because they're quite a challenge for me. Because yes, they're super chill, but if you ever get a Virgo mad, because they don't get mad easy, like because nothing's really that important to be mad about. Like it's an emotion that they don't find a lot of value in unless it's necessary. Like they're no coming back from it once you piss them off. I'm telling you that, like right straight out. I was married to one for a really long time. He never got mad.
Yep.
Nicest person on the planet. But when he got mad, there's no coming back from it. Like,
Yeah, to be fair, they weren't meant to be Virgos. They were meant to be Aquarians.
no. I
If
actually do
if
like
they'd
the
stayed where they
temperament.
were meant to be.
Yeah. And I don't really put a lot into the zodiac signs. Like I
Nah,
don't
neither
assign
do
personality to it or anything like that.
I.
Basically, but there are some common things that people say about it, that could fit like just about anybody that it kind of works.
Yeah. Same.
hmm
Like put too much thought to the whole zodiac signs. I think reading it sometimes is just funny. Like, oh
It
yeah,
is.
that's always me today. But really, I don't believe it.
Yes, but I don't think that the full moon affects me, But I will say that I took that a little bit farther when I did my research, because I'm like, okay, well, I don't think like the fact of the moon phases actually affects us at night. But there is a very big difference. And this has been proven. I've checked out like at least a dozen or more different studies and sites today. And when I say sites, I'm not talking about like articles from the Daily Mail or trash magazines. I'm talking about the Institute of Mental Health, Psychology Today, like, using my old passwords for the healthcare community to get into like, professional sites that do studies and documentation, like stuff like that. But about the difference between daytime thinking and nighttime thinking, how our brains work differently in the day versus the night. And then just expanding that, like the difference between personalities of people who are daytime people and nighttime people. Like some people wake up, they can't wait to wake up in the morning. Like as soon as the sun comes up, and they are like, go, go, go. They're like a daytime
Ugh.
person. They're like all like that. And when the sun goes down, they stop. They're like, that's it, going to bed. I'm done. Me,
I wish.
I mean, I wake up at dusk. My brain starts to tick faster and clicks better and starts to really move. And you're talking about a person who had a career that was mostly during the daytime. Okay. And I had to function all day, but I did my best problem solving, creativity, planning, getting everything ready as soon as that sun went down. Like I was on overload. And there's some people like that, there's some people not. What do you think? You think you guys, I'm going to ask Bipit, are you more daytime thinking or nighttime thinking? Like when do you feel you're your best?
Oh God. I used to be, very like you, night person. Because with kids, it was always, deal with that sort of shit in the daytime and house and work and all that. And then, yes, like you said, your planning and all your problem solving and all your time for you to do things for you. And your brain was always nighttime. But
Mhm.
nowadays it's like, I might start functioning at around, 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then I might, I go to bed relatively early because I drug myself to sleep. And this is why
Yeah.
I do this, because I live in this street. When I move,
Yeah.
it'll be completely different.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to sleep at night. You won't be getting woken up in a couple of
Exactly.
hours.
Yeah.
So
It'll be different.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it will be
Yeah.
completely different.
And now,
So
how about you, Mrs. C? Because I know you have a daytime schedule. You have a child, and you have
Yeah.
work. So you have a daytime schedule like I did. But even though I had that and I made it through the day, I'm not saying I was a slouch during the day. I actually functioned very well. But all of the stuff that gives us our spark, the stuff we're excited about, like the planning, the really hard stuff, all of that was better at night. I don't know why. How about you? What do you think?
If I have time to like think, like, what is this me time we're speaking of? Um, yeah,
Yeah, me. Yeah.
because since I have to get up like Monday through Friday, I pretty much am just like on. It's hard to explain because I get up at 4 in the morning because I have to go to work at 5, and
Mhm.
so it and I do it. I hate it, but I do because I like to get off early, and then we
Yep.
do the homeschool. So I do most of my thinking at night, like after I do have a little bit of time after I put him to sleep, and as
Mhm.
I'm getting ready for bed, I kind of just think. But honestly, my mind, because I got anxiety, is always going throughout the day. So it's like I don't really know what. On the weekends, it would be nighttime because that's when I actually have more time. Like I don't have to go to bed at a certain
Mhm.
time. I can do whatever I want. So it's really hard because it used to be nighttime when I worked the night, like the later shifts, the evening shifts.
Mhm.
It used to be nighttime, but now I'm just like anytime throughout the day, honestly.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I do enjoy my chill time at night. Like I do like watching my anime and calming down and stuff. But I have the convenience now to actually go with when I feel my actual circadian rhythms are, and
Yeah.
I definitely perk up like coming towards dusk. I mean, everybody knows like don't contact me before noon now. Like I won't answer before noon unless I have a stream or something to do. I can get myself onto that clock and get up, and I
Yeah.
function very well. You've all talked to me during the day, but when I'm creating all of this, when I'm doing the thumbnails, when I'm doing my research, when I'm actually, you know, doing some writing or research or actually working on a problem, I still do taxes. I still do some conversations with others for consultation and stuff like that. So when I'm preparing anything like that technical or that takes a lot of planning, thinking, organizing, like it's always just better at night. I always just do.
Yeah.
I don't even try anymore during the daytime. That's how much better it is. Like I just go, why bother? I'm just gonna procrastinate until the sun goes down anyway. I might as well just wait, because I also during the daylight hours I am a big procrastinator. Like,
Oh
dragging
my
my
God.
feet. I will drag my
Oh
feet.
my.
Mm,
I'm
mm,
so bad like that too at the moment. But then again, I
Yeah.
just living here is exhausting me now. It's just
mhm.
so hard.
It's
No,
mentally
it is.
exhausting, for
How about
sure.
you guys
I
in the
want out.
chat? Is anybody more prone to like create? And I'm talking just your creative spark type stuff. When you got a problem you got to work on, or you're planning something big, you're working towards a goal or whatever. Like when is your best time for actually wrapping yourself into those like daytime or nighttime? I'm not talking about your regular schedule of work or stuff like that. I'm just talking about like the things that spark you, like Mrs. C said, like when she has spare time she's a little bit better towards those evening hours. Like you like to stay up a little bit, let her watch some stuff, she feels a little more like she can address a problem or whatever. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't
being
always
able to
get
have
that time during the week, like, I get that. But
being able to have some you time to decide what you want to do, whether it be
mhm.
planning, watching something on TV or whatever,
Mhm.
researching something that you want to do rather
And
than you have
yeah,
to do.
if you had to actually designate yourself either a night owl or early bird, and these are chronotypes, they're actually types, okay? It's a natural inclination to sleep and wake at certain times. When do you like feel your best? With early birds tending to have higher serotonin levels, which means you're more keen, you're more awake, whatever, and better impulse control, and often seem, more proactive. Um, that's an early bird. Like if you do it during the daytime hours. Nighttime tend to score higher on creativity, cognitive flexibility, and even, well, not that this really matters, but even score higher on IQs. They tend to be. But they're also prone to anxiety or depression for sleep deprived problems. Like they build problems on themselves, because you could be a night owl and still have a daytime function that you need to do all day. You still might have to get up at 7 a.m. in the morning, go to work all day and get home. But you're a night owl because you're staying up later to do things and address things because that's when you're feeling your best to do it. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
You
you're like
tend
creating
to
a problem.
sacrifice. Yeah, you
Right.
tend to sacrifice your sleep just to get
Exactly.
some extra time to yourself.
That was my work world there, right there, Mrs. Cassandra. I
Yeah.
did that for years and years and years and years. I sacrificed sleep because I felt better in the evenings and I didn't want to give up those hours. Um,
Yeah, exactly. But
But do
yeah, I
you
just don't have time to actually watch anything during
mhm.
the week. So it's all on the weekends. I gotta cram everything
Right.
in. Sorry,
And,
go ahead,
and that
did you? Or I meant
and that's
sorry.
That's because society favors early
With it.
birds, favors those
oh,
daytime people. Like we got 9 to 5 jobs and school opens at a certain time. So does the supermarket and everything else we got to do.
Mm.
Right. Like, almost
Sorry,
all in
Mippet.
the
I didn't
daytime.
mean to cut you off when you started
Yeah. I'm sorry,
talking.
Mippet.
Sorry,
Were you,
Mippet.
yeah. Did
oh
you
no,
start
that's
to say
okay.
something?
No, that's okay. I lost it. So go on.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
We just
my
keep
bad.
that right
No,
out.
that's
Yeah.
all right. Totally lost.
No.
Yeah.
I do that all the time too. Like, whoop,
Mhm.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
Continue talking. It might come back.
Like, I want to know what Mousy has to say, because Mousy does really early streams, but I also see her up late at night sometimes too. Like, I
That's
want to
what I
know.
noticed
was
that
going to
too.
say.
Do you call
People
yourself
that
a night owl or an early bird? And when do you actually feel your best?
because there
Like,
are some people that nap through the day and just have do the sort of, you know, a couple of hours, and then they're up for a couple of hours and really active, and then they have a nap for a couple of hours, and then they're up and very active for a couple of hours. Some people do routines like that depending on their situation. So I wonder
well,
how
now,
they class themselves.
yeah, I know. Well, now that I don't have to show up to a job at a specific time, that would be
Yeah.
me. If I'm tired, I'll just go to sleep. Although with my hobby, I have made certain times that I can't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've kind of
Yeah.
boxed myself in a little bit, you know, and that's my own fault. My A-type personality that just has to always be doing something. Like,
Yeah.
like free time. What's free time? Like, even if you
Yeah.
have free time, like, I'm trying to fill it every moment.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Mousy says I'm an insomniac, but I nap. But would you consider yourself
But
a night owl
napping
or
is
an early
nice.
bird? As far as chronotype, as far as what is your natural circadian rhythm?
Oh, just punched you.
Oh, so you're just kind of a both, huh, Mousy? She says she's always gotten up early and gone to bed late, which is the same with me. I had to get up early and then go to bed late. And consider yourself, I do consider myself a night owl too, because of how I think in the evening compared to how I think during the day. Like my process is, you know. Jen says, get up at 7. I'm already at work by then. Many people are, Jen. Many people are. Cass would join you there.
Yeah, because shift
Yeah.
workers as well, you know, shift
Mhm.
workers also.
I've had that.
But
I've worked with, you know, with residents and everything, being, you know, a little bit with one of my business functions in the medical healthcare for was like watching schedules and stuff for the doctors and all, to make sure that they actually weren't on rotations for more than longer periods of times. Like, these guys were doing 18-hour shifts, and then they would actually be so
I
revved
don't know
up,
how you can do it.
they would actually
18
have to take
hours.
they would have to take a medication to go to sleep, and then a medication to make sure that they were awake. Like, it's rough. It's rough. You can't just sleep, you know. There was certain sleep medications that only work for like 4 to 6 hours that they would be able to take, because they actually needed something to turn themselves off, because they would be so revved
yeah,
up. Yeah.
got to shut the mind down.
And that's
Yeah, in
another thing.
order.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was
No.
just say, like, in order for me to be able to even get to sleep early, so to get any kind of sleep, I have to take some kind of sleeping aid, because
Mhm.
I used to go to sleep, you know, I used to go to sleep
Late.
like
Yeah.
late, like 12
Mhm.
midnight till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you have to go to sleep earlier, you have to take something. Mousy says
Yeah, I'm
she
just not good at it.
enjoys the night because it's peaceful, and that's another thing. It is quieter, isn't it, Mrs. C? Like, even if you have a house full of people, or you don't, like,
So yeah,
I would
even
say
like the
everyone
neighborhood's
except
quiet.
for Nippet's block. I'm not going to even
Yeah.
go there, Nippet. Like, don't even. I would say most areas, if you're in your home and all, it's a little bit quieter at night, depending, you know. Now, I wouldn't say for everybody, but for me, even it is, because, like, for one, the neighborhood lawnmowers have stopped. Like, that's the one thing that annoys me, when if I'm up during the day, is all I hear from the minute it starts to get warmer out, and they've already started, and it's only April, and they're already doing the yard work, and all I hear is the lawn services day in and day out, from the time the sun comes up until after dinner. It's so bad. I hate it. And that's through the windows, like through the windows. Yeah. Oh, shopping at night, like in 24-hour places, Mouse. Yeah.
A lot of, ever since the pandemic, a lot of places around here no longer 24
Nope.
hours. So
No.
it's like you have to drive further to get to the 24-hour places.
Yeah, but that's true. A lot of places it's all online and everything, or ordering ahead anyway now. You know. So I did have something funny to show you guys that hit the Discord that I was just cracking up on. Would you like to see it?
Oh God, yes,
It's
please.
not about the moon. It's not about it's not. Yeah. Let's see. I'll put us over here and put this up here. Oh no. This okay, that's bigger. I wonder if I make it bigger. Let's just see if that's oh yeah, that's a little bit bigger, a little bit better. Okay. Let's see, don't forget the volume up. All right, the volume's up. Ready, guys? This is just a little
Yep.
short from YouTube that somebody put in the Discord. I thought it was pretty funny. Okay.
Mel, darling, what do you do?
I'm a jury consultant on capital murder cases and a professor.
Your title had too many words for a Sunday. Okay, Mel, you have to help me. We're going to start from the beginning. Okay, so you are a little bit at a time. Help.
Jury consultant
Jury consultant. So you consult for juries
on capital murder.
capital. What's a capital murder? You just murder with the big letters?
Sorry,
I don't know. I've never murdered anyone. What is capital murder?
Death penalty.
Oh, sheesh. Okay, yeah, great. And so capital murder, and then what was the rest of
A
it?
professor.
A professor.
Yes.
What? There's a whole class on just that? It's the saddest class I've ever heard of. I am not taking that. Mel, darling, what do you do?
I would not want to take that either.
Cases and a professor.
I'm sorry, but that hit my cornball humor so perfect today. I just had to share that. What if I
Written in
want-
capitals. I love it.
What if I want something other than a pink moon tonight? Well, get what you want there, Jared. Like, get what
Hopefully
you
it's not a
want.
blue waffle.
A blue waffle, a pink moon. I don't know. You want a link? I'll drop you a link if you want to come up. You silly man. Yeah. You should have worn pants. Yes, I think you should have worn pants there, Mouse. Mouse, if you're
Yeah,
shopping in the
brown.
middle of the night at midnight, you should always wear pants. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
If you're over
Unless you're
here,
at
you can
Walmart,
get
it
away with
doesn't
going
matter
to
if
the
you're at
shops in your
Walmart.
pajamas.
Pants are overrated when you're home. That's for sure. Like I'm with you there on that. Sorry, Mippet, I didn't mean to cut you off. Pajamas.
okay. I was
You can
gonna-
call it pajama pants. Is that what you said?
No, I was going to say over here, you don't even, wear pants. So yeah, that's okay. But you can get away with wearing your pajamas at the shops down here. Just, just throw on your
here-
slippers and
here-
away you go.
You know what? Here too, Mippet. Have you never seen the Walmart sites
Oh,
where they
yeah.
say
I've
of
seen
the
all
people
sorts of
that
weird
shop
shit.
at Walmart and where
The
they
people
wear
of Walmart.
people of
Yeah.
Walmart? It's an actual site, and it's like it's bizarre. It's so gross.
I like watching the shop
Mm,
lifters and the cops arresting them and shit. You see,
yeah.
some of them are hilarious that they try and run and shit. It's just so funny.
People have been
The
saying
amount of shit they
carrying-
steal.
it's stealing. Yes, stealing stuff for stupid stuff too. People are
Well, you
sending
really
me Karen
can't
videos.
nowadays because
I know,
everything is
not in
locked up.
Walmart. They lock up everything. They locked up toothbrushes in the Walmart near me. Like Mrs.
They-
C is getting so
They
crazy.
locked up the body wash. Well, not the body. They locked up toothpaste. They locked up everything now.
It started with hair dye and accessories
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and now it's like the whole cosmetics aisle is locked up. All of
Yep.
the personal care, like body lotions and
Yep.
body
Everything.
What
washes
the
and toothpaste.
fuck?
Because
Everything
people
is locked up.
I mean, that really tells you something when people actually have to steal personal needs items. Like, they're
Yep.
just things are getting bad. Things are getting really bad. But then again, it's
Oh,
Walmart.
okay.
It's in its own
I was
little
just going to say it's
ecosystem.
America. Yeah.
Yeah, if you-
No, you cannot call Walmart America. Like, no, don't judge America by Walmart, please.
I
Please.
actually read.
Oh,
I read.
no.
Oh, not read. Watched. So go ahead and admit it.
And I was just thinking that, you know, you do have quite a few more homeless people and people not
Well,
well
that's what
off
they use
than
the
we do in
bathrooms for.
Australia. You know what I mean? I've got like the
Mhm.
Australian mentality and I don't think about it. And then I think, because, you know, like shoplifters of mega
Mhm.
amounts of stuff that I see, it's like, holy fuck. And then you just see, oh, and they got off with, you know, $1,000 fine or some shit. And it's like,
Mhm.
fuck, over here, they'd be fucking in jail. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like some of the stuff, like
Well, some
child
of the
neglect and
states
things
here,
like that. And it's
some
like,
of the states and the companies here have actually decided not to press charges against shoplifters, and that's the problem at Walmart. Unless it's over a certain amount of money, they don't press charges. They don't even have anybody stop them, and that's why stuff got locked up. And like you have to get an associate to come unlock it to buy it, so they're losing sales. Because Jen's right, if you have to go and get it all unlocked to ask for it, and this, that, and the other thing, then you might as well just buy it on the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what my husband. That's what we do. We just like the Z-Quil, which is NyQuil, but it's just without the medicine
Without the
for
stuff,
cold.
it's just to go
Yeah.
to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's locked up. So we just buy everything, like anything like that online. Like wipes are locked up. Like it's like, come on, milk's gonna be locked up soon.
I mean, they used to lock up a lot of the cold medicines and everything because people were using them to make other drugs, like illegally and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
that's
I
understandable.
can understand that. But toothbrushes and toothpaste and body wash, I mean,
Deodorant is another one. But yeah, having to wait for someone, that's the thing though, is most of the time with because they have a buzzer that you press or a button, no one comes for those.
no,
to
because
sit there and
they
wait.
won't hire anybody. Because it would be just as good as if they just hired people to work in the alleys so that you don't steal stuff. And they've got cameras all the time. If they would just prosecute people, it would.
Yeah, like the makeup removing wipes or the wipes for your face. So just wipe your face are all locked up now. And I was like, I'll
That's
just
so
have
crazy.
my
Like,
husband.
so crazy.
well, if it's
buy it
alcohol,
online.
you never know. And alky might get hold of them and suck them dry.
Oh yeah, you never
the hit.
know.
You know, you just never know.
They just make a bigger problem. I don't know. Like their solutions to problems are just mind-boggling to me.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, men out there, but it's usually a man's brain that thinks these stupid shit up. Sorry, men. I'm sorry, but not sorry, but seriously, 90% of these sort of fucking ideas are thought up by men that just don't think. Oh, sorry, I just killed the conversation.
I was trying to think of something to add to it. I'm just like, nope, I'm just not. I'm just gonna let that sit there. I'm just like, because I'm not man bashing at all. I just do think it's a stupid idea. I do think that there was a better solution. Yeah. Like actually, you know, because I got this issue with Walmart anyway. They don't want to they treat everybody who works for them, including their management teams, like at a certain level, like sheep, like crap. Like dispendable, disposable people, like they're just a number.
And it's just,
if they would actually put a little more effort into that, then people would do a better job and wouldn't be allowing people to steal. You know, because basically everybody that works for Walmart is working for everybody who wants to screw over Walmart anymore.
That's the problem. At least here, that's the problem. At least here, I'm not sure if it was also. I know at least here in California, you're not supposed go after them. The shoplifters because they can actually sue you and the company.
Exactly. That's what happened in New York too. And in California, it wasn't worth the prosecution expenses or the counter sues.
Yeah, so people get fired if they go after.
I know they got cameras and all too. So how these people are able to sue when they're the problem, I have no idea. They have no idea. Yeah.
It just sucks because they don't want to do nothing.
Jen just went right in on it with you, Mippet. Why should I have to think? I have a wife to do that until I ask what she actually wants, and then she won't say a word. Of course. Of course.
No, we would just say, I don't know.
She doesn't say,
Well,
what do you mean you don't know what I want? What do you mean
yeah,
you
we've
don't
only
know?
told you 5 times all fucking ready. It's not you.
No, I
You gotta
don't do
fucking
that.
listen.
I'm sorry, Jen. I didn't mean to get Mippet on that one because I'm not advocating for that at all. I actually meant the opposite, that sometimes women are pretty like obtuse about that stuff, and it ain't fair.
Us
Yeah.
eternal creatures gotta stick together, Jen.
No, I hate it when people treat me like I'm a mind reader. I don't want to treat anybody else like they should
No.
be. Like I'm pretty
Oh, no,
much
I
out
agree.
there.
But getting to the Walmart thing, who's the CEO, head choncho dude of Walmart?
One of the family members, I think. I mean, it's owned
Female,
by the
male?
family. Well, the whole thing was run mostly male, and for a long time, most of their management was. But I will say they made an active movement to make that different. And a lot of the middle managers are women now, especially in the southern areas and all. So I don't know. Like, I really can't say that most of the people making these decisions are men, because most of the ones moving up from sales associate to management and assistant management are usually women first. And because of the hours and the flexibility, most of the employees are women, at least in my area. So I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
No, I'm just fascinated.
Yeah, it's a Walton from the Walton family, but it ain't Jim Bob. I think it's his grandson, but I'm not sure. I used to know more than I do, but I don't. I just let it go because some of my family work for Walmart. And so I try not to bash them too much because I know they just like they need the job or whatever, but I don't like them. I don't like them ever since they actually fired anybody that attended any union meetings. They wouldn't let the union come in and get fair play. They want to keep everything from themselves. They don't pay for their own for state disability, for sickness and everything like that. They have a private company because they think it's cheaper. Like, it's like bad. They make it complicated for people.
Wow.
They do follow some of the rules, like you can get extended leaves and stuff like that to take care of sick people. And if you've got an extended illness, or you need a major surgery, if you follow all the paperwork. But they also move you around a lot, and they don't always. It's pretty hard in HR to get them to follow the rules for everybody. Like, at least some of the stories that I've heard, it's this crazy situation. The pay rate is really not good.
No.
No, the actual retirement packages, unless you're way up there and have a lot of extra.
I think you had to start working there like long time ago to even be involved in any of the good pay or good retirement packages.
And if you actually got it as a second job, or you really didn't need it to live on the income, then you could afford to put all your salary into the retirement. It would be okay. But for somebody looking and just starting out, it's really not great. Although, they got flexible schedule and stuff like that. It works for some people, but man, it's a rough career because even the managers get turned over and replaced, and they're forced to travel out of state and all over the place. And when you're offered something, you either take it or you're gone. Like, there's really no choice in Walmart. It's whatever they say. That's what I had the problem with. Is they really just treat people like a number, basically. But no. Now my whole stream's going to get taken down by Walmart.
Well,
maybe I'll get my first cease and desist.
Be part of the crew.
Well, apparently we're having either the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games or some shit in Sydney or wherever. Byron Bay is going to have a stadium put in. So there's quite a lot of homeless people live in this particular place. So what they've done in Port Macquarie is it's like a tent city a little bit out there. So basically what they did is they just made it illegal to be homeless and took the bulldozers in and bulldozed the place and started finding people $8,000 for being there.
Wait,
homeless people.
They wait, they're fining homeless people who are homeless because they have no income and don't have enough to live on $8,000 for being homeless.
They're on.
That sounds like something
They'd be on
California would do.
benefit. They'd be on benefit. Yeah, they'd be on Centrelink, which is so. That's how stupid our fucking government is.
That
That's in
sounds like
Sydney.
a
I mean,
California
South
move,
Australia is a little bit.
honestly.
We're a little bit different, but
So
yeah, that's how fucked
basically,
up our.
they don't
Yeah.
have enough money to have a place to live, so they're going to actually put a debt over their head to make sure they don't have enough money to have a place to live, instead of just like setting up a shelter for them temporarily, so that they
Oh yeah,
can
it's
get
just
off their
you
feet.
know, yeah. But housing's, well, you can tell by me, it's not fucking important, is it? I don't fucking help anyone out with housing. Now, apparently we're going to be having a housing boom after the fucking election. So, oh yeah, that'll be interesting. Just no bastard can afford
Predictions.
them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still stunned with the let's penalize you for not being able to do
I know,
this
that's what's so
better.
hilarious about it. I mean, I didn't even know. I mean, my daughter told me, she's like, Mum, have you seen the news? And I'm like, Shay, you know me.
No.
It's like,
It's just like, no, I don't do
this is
that.
what they're
I like,
doing.
yeah, I don't watch the news on Sunday. I don't. I watched an Otter video about
Don't watch the news.
I did. I watched that video that I put it in chit chat in the Discord, and I put it on.
Yeah.
I did tweet it on Twitter for those of you. Oh, and it's on my Instagram too and Facebook. So whatever you have, it's there. But it was a Sunday morning otter, and he was like looking at his little toe beans, and snuggling up, and then it was just like just a few more minutes. It's like Sunday. If you take a nap or you get a couple more minutes sleep, or just that nice chill Sunday vibe, like it was perfect. It put me in a really good mood. It did. Then I was in a really good mood, and then I watched mcrekkr kill things on Twitch. And we're watching which I do. I actually enjoy that. He's doing Devil May Cry, and it was fun. He finished the first game, and then we watched a review on the second game and decided, nah, we're not doing that one. It was so bad. The characters were stunk. I didn't want to complain during the whole thing. It would have been frustrating for him too, to play it. Like, it just has such bad review. Well, that anime's done now, Mrs. C. I'm like, what am I gonna do now?
Hey, it's getting the second season, so just gotta wait for the second season, I guess.
Well, we finished Solo Leveling last night too.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm sure you did. I told you. It's
So good.
goes.
It was so good right up into the end. Every single
Yep.
episode was action-packed, twisty, and entertaining. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was very
I know.
entertaining.
We're gonna bore Mippy with the anime
Yeah.
talk now. I don't get to talk anime too often, Mippy, so I got to do a
That's
few minutes. Like, I am
totally fine.
really Daredevil is. If we can talk Marvel for a few minutes, Daredevil's on its way. It's got one more episode, I believe. This week's episode was also very action packed, like pulling in the threads of the story of what we've been seeing. But it's such a short season. I don't know about anybody else, but 8 episodes for a season, like, I feel gypped.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that
like,
is
come
that
on.
for
It's only
Daredevil
like
also?
half a season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's ridiculous. And you gotta wait so long for anything to come out. They better come out quicker with the next one. There better be a next one. And then I heard that the Punisher, wait till you get this. The guy that plays the Punisher, Frank, is actually writing for his series. He's got direct input. I can't
Awesome.
wait. Yeah, I can't wait. I like Frank. He's raw. He's real. He's like, I mean, no, I don't want to be him. I wouldn't want to be with anybody like him, but he's at least a real gritty character, like full dimension, not one of these like cardboard ones, Yeah, I like the Punisher. He's a good character.
Yeah.
But that's what I like about Daredevil too. Matt is a lawyer, and he's blind, and
And
he's
he's
raw, and he's not perfect, and he messes up all the time. He's not perfect, and I love that about him. I absolutely love that character even more. Yeah.
because a superhero with a flaw, or that has flaws, is like everybody else. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah. Rodin says he'd rather have a short series told well than a long series full of filler. I agree. Some of them like drag it out, but Daredevil, there was still much more that could be done. Like I'm sure Fallout, for example, was one. Okay. I didn't watch
Fallout,
Fallout.
I did not. I have started watching it. Like I just don't have time to watch a bunch of stuff, especially if it's hour long. The thing is I played the Fallout game. Well, mainly
Yeah.
just one game.
Yeah.
I played out the Fallout game, so that's why I wanted to play it or watch it.
Yeah, I do like watching anime based on some of the games. Like Devil May Cry. I watched the anime, I think it was from Japan or somewhere else first. The Netflix just came out with one that's new. But like we also saw some of the gaming and stuff like that. But even when it came with The Last of Us, which by the way starts today, the season 2 for the series
Ooh,
that they created that starts
awesome.
today. But I haven't
Ooh.
actually watched the gaming of it. Like I actually watched season 2 in the game already, so I kind of know some of the stuff that's going to happen.
Are they gonna go bait? That's the thing I was talking to my husband about. Are they gonna jump to actually Last of Us 2, or are they gonna put fillers in it?
I do not know, but I do know that The Last of Us season 1 was very well done. They had episodes on that ripped me apart. Great acting, great writing, great production. I can't complain about that series. Maybe the gamers can, but I cannot. I love the way they expanded this story on Frank. I just loved what they did with it. They just told a great stories, and it didn't matter if you saw the game or not. It stands alone by itself as worth watching. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like it's just a phenomenal story.
Yeah, I watched my husband play both when when the first one came out, I watched him play it, and then when the second one came out. So like even the storyline is really good, and then like the characters, the voice acting in the game was really good too.
Yep. Jin says the Wheel of Time did a fairly decent job with Jordan's material. Got through 6 chapters of the first book in 1 season. That's good.
It's going to be awesome.
Jin, was the show as boring as the books? And what is that one? Is that the name of it? The Wheel of Time?
Yeah, the Wheel of Time books. They're really good.
Is that the name of the series?
It's the series called The Wheel of Time. Yeah.
Okay.
My husband watches it. I haven't watched it yet, but
I'm gonna start watching it because
I haven't watched it yet, but it's awesome.
If Jin liked the book,
awesome.
If he liked the books, I'm gonna watch it because he always gives me like good recommendations on books. I'm never disappointed. Never disappointed. So what do you watch it on, you guys? The Wheel of Time. Where is it available?
It's on Amazon Prime.
It's on Amazon.
Oh, it's on Prime. I got Prime. Yeah. That's where I watched that one with Kevin Bacon, the Borderland or whatever it was that I told you about, where he comes back from the dead. That's a bounty hunter. That was wild. 13 books are a slog. That's a long story to tell then,
That
Gene.
is a long story. Wow, 13 books. It's there's a lot of stuff on Prime that you can but it connects you. Like you can use Prime as the connect to other streaming services.
Yeah.
It's still a lot. So, but yeah, my husband was thinking he really wants to watch because he loves Last of Us. So he just want to watch it, but he's like, I really want to pay for Max.
Oh yeah, but I know lately that you should check around, especially check around in the Discord. There are people in there that find links to stuff where you can watch stuff for free. You just have to close ad windows after a couple of times, and then you can watch it. Like it's all over the place, and I don't know where they get this stuff. Like, but it's not like
they get it somewhere.
But it's actually a site. Like it's not like they're doing it individually. It's actually a site, and stuff.
Yeah.
So
just I'm forever grateful to a Mr. mcrekkr for finding
Oh,
a
you mean
certain
for the
link
for the
for the
great?
great.
Yeah, that's
Bloody awesome!
hysterical. Oh my god.
I have
Yeah.
binged watched all 3 seasons. Fucking
I
great.
have not finished the 3rd season. I'm just finishing the season number 2 because I have
Oh
been
my
watching.
goodness. I'm only on episode 3 of season 1. You see how
And
much
you're
time I
the
have.
one that told us about it. I know.
I know
I
I
know.
Yeah.
want to. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I don't have, like, especially like I said, especially when it's only like if it's an hour-long show, I would tend to just watch anime over
True.
the
And
hour-long stuff.
you're like me. If you're watching stuff with other people, you'd rather do that than sit there by yourself and watch like a couple of episodes of that. That's what's been
Yeah,
happening to me lately.
exactly.
Like if I'm not by myself, I don't like the great is something I watch by myself because it cracks me up. Like it's gonna be enjoyable. I get all the references and it just cracks me up.
Yeah.
The history is just like too much, you know. But I love that. But I think that's about it, ladies. That's a pretty good nothing. We did a nothing.
Yeah, we even went 5 minutes over.
Mhm. So I could let everybody free to go howl at the moon a bit if you like. You know, if you like.
Yeah,
If that's
see,
what you're about.
well, it's still light out here, so I got a long time before I can see. I don't know how well I'll see over here on the West Coast.
Well, I think if they saw it all, yeah, you'll see it. I think
Okay.
the full moon. The moon is the moon, right? Yeah. They saw it in
I
New
thought like
Zealand.
certain
And that's
parts
on the
will be better.
well, maybe, but you'll still see a full moon because, like, if they saw a full moon in New Zealand the other day, like, of course you're going to see
Yeah.
it here in the United States anywhere. Yeah. But that's about it. I am doing the trial tomorrow, guys, a little bit early, like 1:15. Oh, we
Well,
got
isn't it early?
Lori.
Like, isn't the judge doing it early?
Yeah, the judge, instead of 10:30, he's doing 10 o'clock, which is why I'm coming
Okay.
instead of 11:45. I'm coming on at 1:15.
Okay.
Instead of
Yes.
1:45, I'm coming on at 1:15. They are 3 hours different.
So
And
that
then I'm doing it in 2 sections again, like last time, because instead of just staying live for the live and making a video that's 6 hours long that nobody wants to watch, like the first 2 days. I mean, it's just better for me too. Then I can walk away, take my break, and then start it over again. The videos come up faster on YouTube and they stay in the algorithm. They're not putting that long stuff in the algorithm at all. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that's like, and that's a shame too, because then if I have a few like that, it just drags the whole channel down. Like
Yeah.
it drags my rating down, and then they don't want to stick me in the algorithm. It's a mess, but I'm dealing with it. All right, now I'm
You
fighting
too.
with them about the 50th law because they're trying to say that it's shocking content. And we
Oh
didn't say
wow. What was so
Oh,
shocking about it?
it's the title of the book. It's the
Oh.
reputation of the book. It doesn't have anything to do with the content of what we're doing. I have to remind them that we reviewed the book. We are not advocating for the book. We're not reading the book. You know, like we are actually just like talking about the book and actually doing a positive review on how not to do some of the horrible things that are in the book to people. You know, it's just a process. I just had to fight with them, but in the meantime, it's
Did
just
you have to
sitting.
take it down?
No, they didn't threaten to take it down. Last time they
Okay.
did. Last time they threatened that if I didn't change some stuff, they were going to. I said, change what? Tell me what I said
What?
that needs to be changed.
How are
And they were
you
like,
gonna
"Well, we
change
don't
it?
know what you said. We didn't do a manual review." I said, "Then how do you know it's shocking content? You're presuming it is based on the
Is
title."
someone
I said,
is someone like recording it?
I demand. No, it's the bot. It's the bot.
Oh, it's the
based
bot.
on
Okay, I was
the
like, is it
title.
being like, is that why they're just coming at you? Oh, well, we did actually. Well, why
yeah.
don't you review it before you come at me then?
Yeah, not suggesting that it is an instruction manual, says Jim.
Is it? I
Yeah,
don't really think that. No, come on. Like if
that's just
they listen
ridiculous.
to my content and they still think it's shocking, then fine. I'm still leaving it up. So don't with them. I don't care. Like I really don't care. People will find
Like
it.
they can,
But
Mm.
they
they can
released
sit
And
it.
down.
I like Jin's little note there. Crazy that humans have named the moons for every other planet but our own.
That's it. We should name
Mhm.
it. How about Claire's channel name it? You guys name this.
I
Name the
reckon it
new.
should be called Bob.
Oh,
It's easy to remember.
What do you think, guys? Bob,
just name
leave
it
your
I don't know. I
comments
can't.
in
Who
the
can be?
leave a comment as to what you think the moon should be named.
Yes.
So
I want to
See
you
all those
guys,
comments.
you guys actually think if I change the title and like the thumbnail, so it doesn't have the book cover on it, that it'll go through? I'll have to
I
talk to
reckon
Rex.
just put like a stamp across it and put review. That's all you need. Exact same thumbnail. Just put like as if someone
Or,
stamped review
or
across
you
it.
could
That's
put
correct.
a 50. Or you could put review in the name, but that's a long name though for a lot.
I don't know.
But then it might like how
But
much
then
it's
they
named.
get you
Put
for
review.
clickbait. Then they get you for content that doesn't match, like
Yeah.
for advertising that doesn't match the content, which I never want to be accused of. Like I don't know. I'll have to talk to Rex. We'll come up with something. I don't mind appealing it, but I don't think getting pulled from the algorithm is fair, because when they put it back in the algorithm, it did really well, which means people were interested in the subject. So like it's not fair, I don't know. We'll have to work on it. We'll see. We'll come up with something. All I know is we're going to be back next Saturday with it. They can't stop us from doing it.
I was gonna say, don't let them stop you. They ain't gonna
Oh,
let you
no.
stop. Yeah, you
Look who
too
you're
hot.
talking to, Mr. C. Did they ever stop me from doing
Nope.
anything? Come on, like
It didn't
nope,
stop the cat.
not them, not the haters, not anybody.
Nope.
Like no, I do what I think is right, and I'm
The
gonna
bots
keep
are
doing
gonna
it.
come after us. I was like, we're gonna have to put a stop to this stream because we were talked about.
No, it's
Oh.
more like we're going to have to put a stop to this stream because we wanted you to talk about it. And you didn't talk about it. Said you won't talk about it. So we're just going to have to complain and report your channel and call you a really, really bad person because you won't make us relevant because you don't actually give a fuck. That's right. I do not care. I do not care
Great.
what you think of me. It's none of my business. It's yours. It's your problem that I live rent free in your head, not mine. Bye. That's all. Like those bots were crazy. Mrs. C, those bots were hysterical. You reminded me of a bot time in history that just, oh my God.
Oh, we used to have so much fun whacking bots. It was
We
such
did.
a fun
We did.
pastime.
Yeah, but
It
you'd
was
be
so
surprised.
fun.
YouTube is actually the ones who actually told me the way around the bots, what to do, and
Yeah.
I did it. And they haven't been able to do too much lately, so that's good. The only bot fun I get is I get the whack bots on Twitch because they try to sell views and stuff. They've got these automatic bots that come around, and so. But anyway, on
And
that, I think
Mooney McMoonface, very good, Grace. But
Mooney
come on, I pick-
McMoonface.
Mooney McMoonface.
What is that a name for? What is that?
The moon. Well,
Oh, the moon.
Yes, we're going to get names for the moon. Put
Mooney McMoonface.
Mooney McMoonface. Put it in the comments. I want as many names for next week to name name the moon.
Yeah, in the comments.
In the comments.
Are you trying to get me banned for moon naming now? Like they might think that that's something else. Like what's that? If I get that email from YouTube, I'm sending it to you, because that's going to be funny as hell. Geez, what's the problem?
Well,
you were moon shaming. You were moon shaming live on YouTube. We heard you. Oh my God.
No.
It's
My
illegal to
suggestion's
name
Bob.
the moon.
Oh my God. I don't, it just hit me funny. I can't help it. I think I'm just, oh my gosh. I think I need to
Well,
go
they're
settle
being
myself
biased
down.
against our moon. They haven't named it. How fucking racist is that? Or whatever. You know what
It's
I mean?
a pink moon. It's not even pink. Like, what do they got against that? Like, really, seriously. False advertising on the moon there.
Well,
But
We the bots like they're using, but we looked outside and there wasn't a pink moon.
nope, it was not a pink moon. And that's true. I think we're going to
It's a
call
full
it though.
moon.
Okay, we're going to call it now before they actually come up with a really valid reason to get rid of us.
My grandma keeps talking to me, so
No, that's okay. You guys are in real life first all the time. So I'll give you last words, Mrs. C, and then we'll hit the and then
Nope.
Mip it, and then we'll hit it.
Nope, just we're doing Easter in my asshole on Thursday.
That sounds like fun. Like Easter and my asshole sounds like fun on Thursday over on your channel.
Yep.
So we'll be there. I'll be doing true crime during the week. I don't know which ones. I know Monday and possibly Tuesday I'm doing Valo, but I'm keeping an eye on Reed too. So we'll see. How about you, Mippet?
And
You play it?
I'll be around the place. I'm working on stuff, but have been for a year, so it'll come eventually.
It's writing up the evening stories for us. Like
Well,
on that,
too, see, that takes time. So
it does.
see
yes, you
everybody.
gotta
Have a great one.
Yeah, everybody have a great one. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And do me a favor, take that second chapter of the 50th and get it around a little bit. Let's show YouTube they can't bully us. Because it's really not shocking. I don't think there's anything shocking in it. I thought it was rather positive, actually. So, all right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here, Mippet and Mrs. C, and everybody in chat. And
Thank you
for
for
those
having me.
watching later, don't forget to hit the comment section. I'd like to hear what you say. Pro, con,
about
whatever.
Tell us
Name
about
of the
your
Tell
the
us
name of the moon. Tell us
that
what your superpower would be.
Yep, and whether you're a daytime or a nighttime person, or if you
Yep.
think there's anything to that, like if you think it affects your creativity in any way, I'd really like to know. I think it's interesting. Everybody have a good one. Happy Sunday.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Night.